Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Rich Guzman.
Hi guys, I'm Anastasia, aka Lady Boss, Coach Ace.
How you guys doing? And welcome to Ace and Rich Freedom by Design, a place to come to learn how to make money online because no one teaches digital marketing like Ace and Rich. So welcome. You know what this is all about now, right? It's a hot seat coaching
It's
time.
Hot Seat Friday.
Hot Seat Friday, baby.
That's
it's
right.
all about getting your questions answered. And if you guys are stuck with marketing, you guys are struggling, you guys ain't earning no money, we got to definitely do something about that, right? So by doing that, we're going to actually teach you guys how to earn money on the internet the right way by these answers that we give you by the questions that you actually are asking.
That was
yeah, it kind of like threw me off a little bit.
I'm so sorry, that was feedback. But you know what? This is
live and uncensored.
That's right, it's live.
So that's what happens. So how you doing, guys? How you doing? Let's see here. Debbie, Deborah, Angela, Tracy, George, Guy, what's happening? And people are hopping on right now as we
see
speak.
a lot of new people, new friends, new team members,
new faces,
people,
new friends,
new followers. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you. Come on in, come on, come all. And this is all about helping you. You know, it's just basically putting you in the hot seat and asking us questions about things about make money online and internet marketing that you're stuck on. And, kind of like it's hard to really try to get the answers because everybody you ask is too busy to even give you the time of day.
That happens a lot.
It does.
Happened to me too.
We've been through that.
Yes.
That's why we put this together.
Yes.
Yeah. 9 years ago now. Right?
It sucked.
9 years ago.
Yes, it
yeah.
sucked.
So
All right.
who do we have? George Guy, good to see you. Deborah Charles, Angela Besa, good to see you as well. Tracy Lee. We have Deborah Schaefer, William Vincent, Chrissy. Welcome back, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love seeing all of our old team members coming back.
I know. It's awesome. Yeah. You know why though, right?
Why?
Because there's a movement happening.
There's a huge movement.
There's a big movement happening, guys.
We move.
Big movement, right?
Yes.
If you haven't heard about it, you better get on board on that train before that train goes away.
That's right. So let's see here. Who else do we have, Rich?
Let's see. More people hopping on.
How are people on YouTube doing? Hey,
Deborah,
YouTube, what's
Deborah,
up?
what's happening? YouTube, what's up, peeps?
Good to see you guys. So the way this works is in Hot Seat, you come over here, you meet every Friday with us at 5 p.m. Eastern, and you basically type in your question in the form of a question, right? So you say, what, how, when, why, where, that kind of thing, right? You're just going to ask us, questions about your current situation. So if you own a home-based business, if you're involved in network marketing, if you're involved in affiliate marketing, are you trying to upstage me? The cuteness is right behind me. Okay, that's arrows. That's our min pin. But here's the thing, right? You actually are trying to get results in your online business, but the unfortunate thing that keeps happening is you keep hitting a brick wall. Something is stopping you and preventing you from moving forward. Whatever that is, we don't know until we identify it with coaching, right? So we need to find out what is stopping you from moving forward. It could be, procrastination. It could be something with your mindset. It could be something so simple. Just a simple tweak of us showing you our screen, and you'd be like, no way. Where was that all along the whole time I was thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
It could be something as simple as that. And we've seen people come here each and every single week, and they'll bring us questions. And then when we do over-the-shoulder training, it makes a difference in their business. And we've had quite a bit of testimonials from Hot Seat.
Absolutely. Hey, yeah. Jennifer, Ernest. People are just coming on, just hopping on right now.
Hey, Ernest. There you are. Good to see you. Jennifer Gillespie. All right. Awesome. Good to see you. So the way this works is go ahead and type the letter Q in the comment box right there. And YouTubers, also, you can do the same thing. Put in the letter Q and ask us your questions. And we're going to go ahead and call your name out. And we're going to go and answer those questions and read them out first. And then basically provide some coaching for you to help you out.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So what is it that you're stuck on? How is business? What is going on? Let us know in the chat and how we can help you.
Let me see here. So as we're waiting for the questions, I am making sure that I have this up here. There we go.
It looks funny where Arrows is like right behind me.
I know it cracks me up. It's like let's see.
It's almost as that talking puppet. Remember the puppet with the cigar? Remember him?
Oh, that's
But who is that?
Rhonda, you want to call us on a live?
Hey,
Rhonda, get on the hot seat. What are you waiting for, Rhonda? Get on the hot seat.
She probably don't know how to get onto it. We have to share it to her, let her know in the messenger.
Oh my God.
How do I get in? Oh, how do you get in? Timeline, profile. Hold on a second. Gotta help our people here.
I know, right? See, we work with everybody.
Yeah. Profile, girl. Profile. That's how you watch it. Profile. 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 Go, go, go.
Oh yeah. Cool beans.
All righty. So let's see the questions, Rich. You have to bring it down, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at the questions.
A lot of questions here. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. William Vincent. What's up, Adam? Adam's here on the live as well.
Adam is in the
Welcome
house.
to the hot seat. And I like that everybody's from all around the world. Global.
All around the world. Remember that?
Jason Gasaway. What's up, dude?
What you drinking, Ace?
What am I drinking? It's called green iced tea.
Green iced tea.
Green iced tea.
Cheers.
But it's in Rich's glass because he collects these glasses. So I'm not drinking alcohol. No.
No alcohol for me for a little while.
Yeah, it's too clear and flat if it was, wasn't
Mhm.
it? Alcohol doesn't look like that. It's
No.
bubbles and stuff. Yeah.
It looks really beautiful. Especially that nice,
Yeah.
pure from the where we get it from.
Yes.
Timbridge.
Yes.
We're having a commercial with Timbridge. Timbridge. If you're from Westfield, head on over to Timbridge. Get yourself a little bubbly.
It's silly. Okay, so I'm going to answer the first question that comes in. We have Bill Vincent says, Q, I have 526 leads and 1 conversion, and I write them daily. What am I doing wrong? You see? Questions like
Nothing.
that.
You got 526 leads. You made a sale.
Dude,
I think you're doing something right.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going,
I remember
man.
when I first started, man, I'd make a sale of 1,000 leads.
Yeah, exactly.
It was rough.
You know, the key here is when you look at leads as they're coming in, it's not that the leads are all going to convert into a sale. It takes time because those people are cold traffic. They don't know who you are. So you've got to warm up to them a little bit, right?
Yeah.
You got to warm up to them a little bit.
And you know what? William, you must be doing the right thing because, I mean, at
Yeah,
526 leads, you got a sale already. And you're writing to them daily. That's what it's
Keep
about,
writing
man.
to them.
You know?
Yeah.
Just when you're writing emails, make sure that the emails are about the value and also give them a reason to buy as well. Okay.
Exactly.
And you want to definitely learn to segment your email. So when you're getting new leads coming in, if they're actually clicking on those links, you probably want to move them over to a separate list because they're more responsive than the ones who are not clicking on your links. I like to call them openers and clickers. You know what I mean? Like, look, Rhonda's still calling. Look at this, guys.
Will you excuse us?
Rhonda.
You're live on the hot seat. Could you please head over to the profile?
Hey, Rhonda, what's happening?
Everybody sees and listens.
What's going on? You're on the hot seat. What's going on?
You're live on the hot seat.
What the hell? Oh, God.
So what can we do for you?
I'm just trying to get in to listen.
Oh,
You got to go to our profile. We're live right there.
yeah, just go to our profile.
On the timeline.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
No, that's cool.
It's
I'm
okay.
Jeez. Oh, my God.
Everybody knows you're a rock star now.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
All right, we'll see you on the profile, okay?
See you there.
On the profile. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
See you then.
I love it.
Bye.
I love it. That's okay. No harm, no foul.
It's all good fun, guys.
So yeah,
all good fun.
William, you're doing great. Just keep going, and like Rich said, definitely broadcast to your list consistently, and just keep trusting in the process. That's another key point that I want to throw out there is trust in the process. When you're generating leads, whether you're doing it through paid traffic or free marketing, trust in the process. Definitely do that because it's the consistency that's really going to help those leads get to know, like, and trust you over time. And when it's time for them to pull the trigger, you'll have a brand new customer after all.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to be consistent. You got to keep, just communicating and building that relationship. And, good ideas. You could do like testimonials on those emails. You could share a story about someone else's success. You can do all sorts of stuff. I mean, there's so many ideas that you could use while you're writing emails.
But very good question. Thank you for asking.
But man, you got 526 leads
I know, right?
and 1 conversion already, man. That's awesome.
Okay, next question. Let's take a look.
All right, next question.
What do we have here? Thank you. Thank you. Repetition. Keep going. Even the others are cheering you on. Keep going, William. Keep
That's
going.
right.
Bonnie says, save the bubbly for later.
Yeah. I mean, this week they have strawberry pie or something. Is it called?
Strawberry pie.
Strawberry pie, I think it's called something like that.
Holiday IPA there, Red.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's IPA. It might be an ale or something. I don't know, but
Oh
usually the
boy.
ales are really good.
I know where we'll be going. I know. All right, Leah Feet, hello, good to see you. Welcome to the live on the hot seat. Now go ahead and ask your question. Go ahead.
Leah. Let's see. Patty, how you doing?
Jason says, fancy pantsy you.
That's right. That's the good stuff.
Dana, how you doing, Siv? Good to see you. Jason. He says the number one thing that attributed to your success is what?
Oh, that's a hard one, man. That's a tough one because I could say a
one
couple.
thing. So quite a couple of things, actually.
You know what? I'm gonna say two things because there's two parts. The mental part, definitely the mindset. The mindset of like how to keep it going when the card's not in your favor, right? That's one thing.
Mhm.
So when things are not working out good one day, or you're having a bad week, or you're having like a bad month or something, how do you stay positive when things are not running in your favor? That was a challenge for us, but we kept it going and we kept being optimistic. So that's one thing. The other thing is, just taking action on a consistent basis.
Yes.
And continue just learning, right? You continue learning and taking action.
Forward as fast as humanly possible and learning from that. That's what we did.
So if I was to say the number one thing is how you show up when the cards are not in your favor is really the number one thing. That would be the one.
That's how it happened. Yeah.
That's how we keep growing and we keep learning and we keep having new success and because it's not always going to be in your favor every day.
No.
And you just got to pull right through it.
And we realized that staying in this business for so long, success is like this. It's all kinds of different directions. So it's like it's never a straight line.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you up here, this has got to be conditioned.
Yeah.
It's got to be conditioned. Otherwise, you will make bad business decisions and you will make like wrong choices and things like that that'll come about from your business. And you know what? You're not being mindful of those things. You're not.
It's so true. I mean, like I look at like, when we first started and the struggles we went through and stuff and, just keeping your head strong it's so important, when you're building your business online and, you learn the skill sets, you're taking action, and you learn to get those results. And the more that you start serving and giving back, the more you're going to start actually, acquiring a bigger business, right? So you got to keep always going out there and giving back and put the people first before yourself. And when you do that, things start to change in a more,
I always notice that bad news, they say bad news travels fast. And that's a cliche because, I believe is when you serve your community, good news even travels even faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that goes viral, especially in this industry. The more you serve people, the more you give back to them, the more people will talk about, how you're giving back to them. And then they're going to talk you up.
Them and stuff.
They're going to talk you up and they're going to be like, oh, you got to work with Ace and Rich, man. They're great, And it's like, we're not even doing any kind of advertising. It becomes word of mouth at that point.
Yeah. I was just going to say that for us, we realize, I mean, we're getting referrals from people, to work with us. And that's just amazing, just to see that happen. It's just a blessing. But I mean, if you just put the right foot forward and your focus is to serve, right?
Yes.
What happens is just people understand what's real, what's not, what's fake. You know what I mean? They can see right through it, right? So when you're more honest and genuine and more transparent, and you share your story and you're letting people know about who you are and everything, they start to trust you more. And they realize like, hey, you know what? This person's real. I want to, really get to know these people more because they're being more genuine and more real with ourselves and stuff like that. So,
yes,
and that's key. And a lot of people really miss that when they come online.
Yes.
They just think about like, oh, I got to make money. The more that everybody just focuses on trying to make money, the more they miss the big picture, right? Which is serving. So the more that you serve, the more you're creating a community, the more you're creating a tribe. That's when you start to grow a business and you don't even know that you're growing a business. You're just doing the right thing.
Yeah. And you got to have the right positive vibrations too, because people are, they feel that vibration through the camera. So when you're using video marketing to your advantage and you're like, okay, you're being transparent, you're being humble, you're showing who you are as a person, you're being vulnerable, you're letting all your flaws out, right? Whatever hair could be out of place, makeup not on one day. It doesn't matter, right? What matters is the message. The message has to be clear and concise. If it's not clear and concise, people will be confused of what it is you're trying to offer them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough because I learned about that over the years. We had mixed messages. We didn't even know who we were serving until it took a couple of years after when we started fine tuning our messaging more until now. And we know who we're serving in the marketplace now.
Yeah.
But do you know who you're serving? Because if you don't, you'll find out based on your results right now. If things are not going in the right direction, you got to go back to square one and look at your messaging. Who are you serving? Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Jason Gazaway. Okay, follow up. When things aren't in your favor, how do you keep going? Motivation versus inspiration. Got to be inspired, Jason Gazaway. Got to be inspired. Motivation is like, a piece of chocolate or sex. It's motivation. No, you want inspiration. You want that internal pint of light inside within to burn. You want it to burn because if it's not burning, you're never going to keep going forward. Motivation will get you going for a short term, but inspiration will carry you for the lifelong journey.
The motivation comes automatically when you're inspired. That's what it is.
Yeah, like you be motivated.
Yeah, when you're inspired to help and serve people. And because we really care about when we talk about, people, we go, we really want them to get it. We really want them to understand it. We really want them to learn this stuff.
Yes.
And I think that's really our inspiration. Like when we can convey it in a way that people understand it.
Right.
That's where we have our inspiration. Like, wow, they're getting it. They're getting results.
Right.
And for us, that was inspire us to just keep coming out more and teaching more and stuff like that. But also having a vision of where you want to go and what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. Is really the biggest inspiration of them all.
Exactly. And that's why we always encourage our clients and team members to create your own story. You are living that journey right now. It becomes part of your story. All the struggles is real. So you want to make that a part of your story because that is what's going to be told to others. And that's what's going to inspire them. That's what to bring, a dry face to tears. That's what you want to share is that journey from triumph, right? From failure to triumph. You want to show that because every single time people think they have to have this extravagant, lifestyle to be able to be successful. And that's not the case because we did it when we were homeless and we literally grew from that point and learned so many new skill sets that we turned those skill sets into our own assets. And on top of that, fine-tuned our story to the point that it inspires people every time they hear it, every time they're in the audience or they're at a live event and they hear us speak about our story, it brings them to the point where they're like, wow. And that wow factor really just goes, that just made me feel like, you know what? I want to do something like that.
Right.
I want to be up there like you, Asa Richard. I want to be like that person, right? Because you can have Anthony Robbins come clap his hands all day long, and that's not going to move you. You got to hear the story behind it too. It's like a recipe. It's got to all come together.
Well, a lot of people, go to events and they want to get inspired and everything, and then they get inspired at the live events, and then when they go back home, it's like they just freeze because they were inspired from someone else, but they weren't inspired for themselves. That's the big picture because you go to live events and you go to like motivational and rah-rah sessions. What happens is you get so pumped up, you get so fired up, you get so inspired by their story and what they went through.
Right.
But what about you?
What about you?
Right. What about you?
Yes.
I mean, that's the most important thing to really think about if you want to be inspired and be self-inspired. That's the way I look at it. Like when I see someone else's story, I go, you know what? What do I want? Not like, oh, it's great. Awesome that you got a great story. That's all. I don't even think of it that way. I go like, that just got an awesome story. That's cool. But what about my story?
Right.
What do I want?
Right.
I mean, don't I matter? Yes, I do.
Yes.
So what do I want to change in my life? What's the first thing I want to change in my life? Well, first of all, it's not to be homeless, right? That's done.
That's for everybody.
Right. So we got out of that situation.
Get out of that one. Yeah.
I got the job and everything, and I wanted to go to work with a different mindset, right? So I was inspired to go back to work at the same job, right? So I go back to work. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to work inspired every day because I want to use my job to fund my dreams.
Yes.
I want to use my job to create capital to start running my business online. So eventually, I won't need my job anymore.
Yes.
So I had a whole different outlook when I went to work than most people. So I took the money, I invested into more advertising. I always pay my bills first, but I always had just enough to keep running my advertising. And no matter what, I would always see the outcome while I was still at work.
Yes.
Right. I would see,
You would do it.
I would see like, okay, well, I see myself leaving my job one day,
the vision.
The vision.
The
like
vision.
I want to go like
of actually leaving.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to be able to go travel, and I want to go to an island, or I want to have a pina colada and feel the breeze in the ocean and all this stuff. And and it's funny, but I ended up actually going to an island and having a pina colada and feeling the breeze in the ocean. Exactly what I wanted to see my
Yes.
outcome.
Yes.
I witnessed and I experienced it. So what's next? I mean, what's next? Like, I always wanted a Camaro, right? The Camaro was not a Lamborghini. I could care less about Lamborghinis because I don't want to be like
Yeah.
anybody else. I want to be like me.
Yeah.
It's what I like
It's
and
what
what
makes you
matters to
happy.
me.
Yeah.
What makes me happy,
Yeah.
right? I got my motorcycle. I got my Camaro. Life is good, right? So the Camaro is the 1LE. Wow, that's the one I've been looking at for over 5 years and not realizing that was the exact model. You see how things happen, right? So we get inspired about certain things and
Yes.
we're like, you know what? I want to change this in my life, or I want that in my life. And those things would just pull you through the darkness and pull you through the light. So that way you can see the light at the end of the tunnel and go, that's where I want to go. That's what I want in my life. And that's what keeps you going. Now, I have to have something else. I can't just say, okay, not homeless anymore. Got a place to live. Got the car. Got the beautiful family, right? Got all the great things in life. I'm really, really happy, right? Now think about this. Think about this. What is next?
Yeah. What's
There
next?
always has to be something.
Yeah, because you're never satisfied.
Bingo.
That's
There
right.
always have to be something. And notice
Hungry, always.
notice that I listen to this. And this is the opposite everybody thinks. Notice I put, okay, home, car, motorcycle, family. Why? Why? Why did I do in that order? Why didn't I say family first?
Mm,
Isn't that like, you're probably asking yourself, well, you got a beautiful girl there. You have a beautiful child, right? You have a beautiful family. Why did you put your family first? Because if I ain't happy, my family is not happy.
that's true.
And that's a big pill to swallow for a lot of people,
That's right.
right? When they see me happy, they're extremely happy. And if they're extremely happy, I'm happy. But if I'm not happy, they're not happy.
Mm-hmm.
And it just all connects, man. It all connects. And I learned this a long time ago. You got to make sure that that you are happy yourself first. You have to be. And if you're not, then guess what?
Yes.
Everybody's going to see your misery.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Tracy Lee says, is it good to market super hard during the holidays? Oh, absolutely. I had somebody ask me this question privately before, Tracy. So you're the second person I heard this
Yeah.
from. So some people get ready. They wait and they say, oh, after the holidays, after I'm done with my shopping and everything, and the Thanksgiving turkey, I'll go and start marketing January 1st. Bullshit. You want to be able to market now. This is what we call harvest time. You're like literally seeding right now at this point. So like all the way from January 1st of 2019 to the end of December 31st, 2019 is how you'll be marketing. No matter if it's a holiday, a day off, it don't matter.
Yeah.
You got to be like literally resilient and keep marketing, come up with promos, come up with bonuses, come up with incentives and offers that you could literally incentivize people to make a decision that they want to work with you or not and buy whatever you have to offer and make it sweet. Sweeten that deal so good that the other competitors would be
You taste
wishing,
it.
like, make it so
You
good
taste
and
it.
delicious.
Yeah. That's the best way to say it. Yeah.
Make it so good and delicious. They don't want to just skip out, because that's what we do. you
I
know?
mean, just like we just started, working on this new project with Heal. I mean, we did all these different ideas
Yes.
and it worked out really great. And went to the top of the leaderboards, came in second place in the leaderboard and tied for first place for the prize, which was awesome. It was a surprise for us,
Yes.
which is an amazing opportunity. I can tell you that, just literally coming, thinking outside the box and creating some training programs and, setting it up and packaging it as a bonus
Yes.
was one of the best things that we did to actually create more sales.
Yes.
Not only that, but create more back-end sales, right?
Yes.
So guys, if you want to know exactly, how to get those bonuses and everything, because there's two bonuses that we have. We have the traffic avalanche formula. That's number one.
Right.
Two, and we have the one on how to set up a certain thing to help you out with your Facebook. So I'll just leave that as a secret. You can't know about it unless you get in Heal.
That's
So
right.
make sure that you guys, if you haven't seen Heal yet, make sure that you click on that link, freeprofitformula.com. It's right in the description and Facebook. And I put time to heal. All right. Get inside, lock your spot in, and then we'll give you those bonuses.
Awesome. Next question is from George Guy. George Guy says, hey, Asa Rich, I am a pro SAN member. Let me see.
Sorry. There you go.
I am a pro member from SAN. My blockage is how to set up my email list. What is your advice? Okay.
Well, with the email list, when you're starting out in the very beginning, okay, I love SAN because SAN is just a unique system, right? And what you want to do is you want to focus on right now, if you're just starting, and you need to let go of the steering wheel for a second. If you're just getting started, let go of that steering wheel. We want to control everything right away, don't we? We want to like control every aspect of everything that we do. But the reality is we need to earn while we learn, right? So with SAN, you can actually do that by actually running the traffic through the system itself, right? Where they can follow up and everything. They can do the broadcasting, and you can start making some, some buy-ins in the front door and potentially make some back ends as well. So what I would do is I would go into your back office, go to the affiliate area, set up a link, okay, right over the My Link section. So that way you're able to really just build your business on autopilot while you're putting your email list together. One of the mistakes I see a lot of people do, and this happens a lot, not just with SAN, but other companies as well, they wait for everything to be put together, okay? Now, when we first joined SAN in 2016, we didn't do that. We actually went right for the system immediately. We let the system follow up. We used the links in the back office
for months
in the My Link section, right? And we were working on our content with our emails, understanding the advanced properties of the emails, because I've done email marketing before. I understand it, but the way SAN was teaching was more an advanced level, which I needed to find out. And it's all about segmenting your list and everything. So I wanted to really learn that, but I didn't want to wait till I figured it out before I started driving traffic, right?
Right.
So what I did was I used the system. They started, I was running it 24/7, 7 days a week.
Yes.
They were following up for me automatically. They were broadcasting for me automatically. I was getting dollar trials. I was getting sales. I was getting back end sales, right? So now while this is going on, I have a machine running, right? My machine is just cranking, right?
Yep.
Things are happening.
Yeah.
Then over here, it's like automatically, I'm thinking, okay, I got this going on over here. Now I need to like learn and implement what they're teaching us.
Yes.
So now I'm putting all this stuff together. I'm learning what a doctrination list is. I'm learning what a broadcast list is, which is a bulk list. And I'm learning what my other list is, which is my highly engaged list. So I understand that now. But I didn't have to wait for me to understand all that stuff to start building a business. You see what I'm saying? So don't feel that everything has to be put together right away before you start running traffic.
No.
You shouldn't wait for that, okay?
No.
So understand, like I said, when we first started, all right, even though I had some experience in marketing, I did not understand advanced email marketing skills. That's why I actually joined SAN, because Misha was really good at teaching the email marketing skills and the conversion skills. I need to find out like about that stuff.
Right.
But I have to make sure that I didn't want to stop my business if I'm learning, right? The problem with most people, they get stuck in learning mode and they don't take action.
Yes.
Right. And most people don't realize that they had that opportunity to run a business on autopilot while they're learning and putting the pieces together. So what I would do is I would go in that back office, go to My Link section under your affiliate area and start creating that link in the link generator. Grab the funnel, start driving traffic immediately, start filling the pipeline, and start building your email list, like as far as writing out your emails and things like that. Now, in the very beginning, what I did, because I didn't really know much with Aweber, I basically just created a long follow-up series, right? And then what I did was I actually would pause the campaign when I would broadcast so they wouldn't get too many emails. And I made a lot of sales that way too. So there's a couple of things you could do. I think it's good for beginners that are just first getting started, is just to do something like that. Yeah.
Jason Gasway says, telling your story is powerful. Authenticity attracts.
Yeah.
Absolutely true.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Awesome. Great questions, guys. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. Let's see here. Adam Shelton says, always wanted to know, what is your morning routine?
Well, the last couple,
it varies.
The last few days,
we got worn out from the competition contest.
Actually, I've been napping for the last couple
and
days.
not only that, he's been napping for the past couple of days. We were supposed to do the actual announcement for the drawing for yesterday, but Rich was not feeling good. And so he had to skip out on yesterday, but we will run that drawing as promised. We will do that. You know when we'll do that?
What drawing you talking about?
The drawing for the $500. They're asking about it.
That's Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And yesterday was Sunday?
No.
Was it yesterday?
No.
This way?
You have the wrong date. It's
okay,
Sunday.
So Dave Jorgensen wanted to know if he didn't hear anything about the $500. So that is this Sunday.
Yeah, we're doing a
Not
drawing.
last Sunday,
Yeah, we're doing a drawing
Sunday.
for $500 on Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, see, we got it. Okay, so you're not overslept then. Time didn't go by.
What happened was my clock got really messed up because during the competition that we were doing with Heal,
mine did too.
My clock totally like flipped.
Yeah.
So I would be during the day, I'd be like sleepy during the day. and I'm trying to get my clock back. So I'm trying to fall asleep earlier, but I'm still going to bed late. So I'm trying to go back to my clock about going to bed before midnight.
That's right.
And it's been really hard for me to get back to that, because when I get into like complete driving mode to build a business, it's like I'm up to like 1, 2, 3 in the morning, and I'm just cranking, right?
Yes.
But now I got to like take a step back and get back to my regular clock. And that's why I've been kind of napping the last few days.
But the typical morning for us, we each do separate tasks. So obviously I wake up in the morning, sometimes between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. And when I get up, my morning routine, I do my stretches. I'll make my bowl of oatmeal with blueberries, or I'll make the green juice, or diamond green juice. I'll make that. And, we'll have that. And then we'll get on the computer. We'll check our stats, things like that. We don't go to email right away, guys. We really don't. We check our email probably towards the afternoon, not in the morning.
And I do my emails in the evening, the night before.
You're broadcasting and stuff like that.
Always, yeah.
And a lot of times it tends to schedule things in advance. So there's really not much to really do about that. More active marketing is involved, where we use, what we're learning in Heal, and we do all of our Facebook stuff. So we do that as well. Yeah. And I'm pretty much 9 times out of 10 on Facebook anyway. Right.
Yeah. Sometimes she'll get up like an hour earlier before me.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, or I'll get up earlier than her, or we'll get up at the same time.
Right.
But when I first like to wake up, I like to completely just be silent and not really think about business, not think about the computer. Just be silent for just a little while.
Don't forget your warm water with honey, or you'll have like some tea. Chamomile.
Yeah. I like to have some warm water in my body when I first get up.
Yep.
And then from there, I think about like how I want to start my day, what do I want to focus on, and things like that, and what kind of ideas, what kind of creative ideas I come up with, for like, let's say if we do a milestone post on Facebook, or, for emails and things like that.
Yes.
And then when the evening shows up, that's when I start doing like my emails for the following day. Only because I do that because I created a habit, right?
Yes.
And that habit I created because I was working, and then after, right when I got out of work, working 12 hours, I only had a small window. So I had to like make sure my traffic was running. I had to make sure my emails were written out.
Yes.
And I would do that right before I went to bed. So I knew it was scheduled. It was ready to go, right? I don't have to worry about it during the day.
Right.
And I can focus on other things and things like that. So.
And also our mornings are usually, vary, because we meet with clients that are international, and we have to coach them. So we have our own coaching program offer, and we coach these internationals in the morning.
Yeah, we have a 6-month coaching program.
Yes.
And then we've been having a lot of demand for it now, actually. And we've been getting a lot of pre-calls. So when people sign up to the coaching program, we do a pre-call and we do a business audit, and we look at their business and we figure out like, okay, what's wrong with your business? Let's find out. Right. Let's dig into your business. Let's figure out what you're not doing, what you should be doing.
Right.
And get them on the fast track immediately before they start our curriculum.
Yeah. See how the time just messed us all up?
Yeah. So
I forgot today was Friday again.
Right. So it could vary day by day depending on our calendar, because, some people have different time zones, right? It's a worldwide business. Some people have different time zones. So when we do consulting, it could be in the morning, it could be in the afternoon, or in the evening.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Tracy Lee says, can I get a popsicle? It's hot in here.
Oh, it's hot.
It's a lot of information to take in. Trust me. Yeah. I know. But that's pretty much our morning routine, because a lot of the stuff that we do, we use our systems, our done for you systems. They really leverage a lot of our time. We don't have to do a lot of manual stuff. And then just a little bit of our time is spent on that. But we spend the bulk of our time with our leaders. Our people who are on our teams that are moving and shaking and making things happen. We want to give them the utmost attention. And so we do weekly team trainings for our team members in the various opportunities and offers that we are a part of.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
So I'm excited about this live, guys, because we love helping answer questions, getting people going. Cause a lot of people come to us and they're stuck and they don't know what to do and stuff like that. And everybody's in a different place in their business.
Yes.
So what we could do is we could help guide them where they are in their business, so that way they can get more results, right? It's all about getting the result. I always say it doesn't matter what anybody says online. At the end of the day, the focus is to get results.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is not necessarily just a sale, because there's a process to get a sale, right? And a lot of people miss this. They go, well, I haven't made a sale yet. Okay, did you get a click? Yes. Did you get a lead? Yes, you're on your way. Everything is a process, okay? Yes. So when somebody's like running their emails, for example, did you get a click? Did somebody click on open your email? Awesome. Did somebody click on your link in the email? You're on your way. It's a process. You have to go through.
That's why I said trust in the process in the very beginning of the hot seat. I was talking about that. Yep.
Yep.
Great advice, Rich. Debbie Deebs. Bonnie says, yes, I did get stuck in learning mode. You're not the only one. There's a lot of people that do that.
A lot of people that do that. Yeah, a lot of people do that.
They feel like they have to know it all. They have to learn everything, all the techno jargon and all the tech overwhelm. That's why they get stuck, and that's why they lead to procrastination. And then what happens with implementation and execution is put on the back burner.
Yeah, it's not your fault, guys. I mean,
Yeah.
me personally, I went through the same thing in the very beginning when I started in 2008. I was learning, and I thought by learning, I was like, oh, this is great. I'm learning, and you feel like something's happening, but the reality is nothing's happening,
No.
and it shakes you up a little bit, and you get like, well, wait a minute, am I doing something right? You feel like you're moving, but you're not.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you get out of that, get out of that stuck mode, right? Get out of that stuck mode.
Mhm.
Learn something, and then just take action on what you're learning. Right, like remember, you know, in 2016, we're going to the boot camp. We were learning, right? Do you remember what we did? We locked the doors.
I remember.
We got in
Unplug the
this room.
phones.
We unplugged the phones,
Nobody
right?
to call. Sent
Right.
my son to go
Shut
play
down
video
Skype.
games for the day.
And we were
the week.
learning these modules,
Mhm.
and we literally watched the video first,
Zeroed in.
and then we no
Focus.
notes, and then we watched the video again, then started
And had our
taking
notebooks
notes,
out and started taking
and
notes.
that's when we started learning a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. But at the same time, as we were taking note, we were taking action.
Yeah.
Immediately action.
Because you got to do it. Like
Yeah.
while you can take notes all day, but you gotta take the notes and then apply. Like, okay, how does this work? Let me figure it out. And then you start doing it. What they're telling you to do, you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you learn. Learn by
Absolutely.
doing.
Yep,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay,
Okay.
so scroll down here. Let's see. Take a look. Next question.
Mike,
Do you track every hyperlink you put in? And what about if you use multiple links on a single page or email? Rich tracks everything.
first of all, like
Yeah.
when it comes to email, like if you want to find out where people are clicking on the most, you can create some tracking links in your email. I don't do it as much as I used to because now I know,
What to do.
yeah, pretty much.
But
But
in
no-
the beginning, we tracked every single
Yeah,
thing. and
yeah, like
Now you track specific things.
yeah, like I mean,
Specific things.
like right now, I probably would track like a main link in the email and a PS line, and track like how many clicks I'm getting. Are they
Yeah.
going more towards the PS line, or are they going more towards the body of the email?
Right.
I probably do something like that, right? Or if I'm providing a bonus in the PS line, are they gravitating to that bonus, or they just don't give a shit about the bonus, right? So, and you could practice on your copywriting that way too. So let's say you have a PS line, you got a little copy in the bottom of that PS line, the email, and you know you're tracking the clicks. If your writing is not good, if it's not you know grabbing their attention, then they're not going to click on it, right?
No.
So you have to really watch for that. This is how you learn more about copywriting and learn about the right kinds of words that you know grab people's attention to want to click on the link. You see what I'm saying? So
Good question. I
Yeah.
love it. All right. Now, when you do that, it passes through, and I can't
I know
see it.
I don't mean
Don't
to
do
do that.
Just scroll.
Yeah, I don't mean to
just
do that, but
scroll.
it happens.
Jason Gasway says, information versus implementation. How do you approach learning versus doing?
I think we
Okay.
just answered that.
Did we answer that?
I think we just
I think
answered
we did cover all
Yeah.
of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jason, we covered that. And he put a heart by it, so obviously it's good.
that. Yeah,
All right. Next question.
I love Jason's question.
How you doing, Shantae Green? Doug Horko, good to see you. All right. Next question. What we got?
I'm just gonna scroll up see if we missed
Even
anything.
Dave Bonnie was like, I thought it was last week too. We lose track of time.
Let's see here. Let's see.
Yeah, see? Jazz Deep. Hey,
Jazz D, what's happening, brother?
man, look at that. A lot of love here.
Oh yeah. Let's find out who else is here.
Some great training. Yeah, it is definitely some great training. Yes.
Yeah, definitely, guys.
Yeah.
If you've been like struggling and trying to put the pieces together, head on over to freeprofitformula.com.
Mm-hmm.
Opt in, get to that next sales page, lock in your VIP spot. That way, you guys can be working with us, and we can start helping you move forward for 2020 because we're about to embark on something massive.
Yes. Debbie Zeeb says, I'm wasting time waiting for the right time. Yeah, the right time is now.
There's never a right time.
No, it's
There's
now.
never
you
a
gotta
right
take
time.
action now.
Yeah.
Don't wait for everything to be ironed out.
It's always now time. Now
It's
time.
now o'clock.
Yeah, it's now time.
It's now o'clock.
Yeah. Let's see here. Jason says live versus questions are backwards. Haha. I asked like that 15 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
I know. It's so weird.
Yeah. It's just the way they do it. Like it was.
It was like going down and then going back up
yeah.
again.
I'm like, what?
Crazy.
That's Facebook for you.
I know. But we appreciate you guys asking these questions because I know a lot of you guys are learning from each other from asking the questions, right?
Tracy Lee says, question, your live last night was very deep. When you were talking about when you say, I don't care what anybody thinks about what I am doing, how do we develop the harder skin?
The skin like a rhino. How do you develop that?
Yeah.
Again, it comes with conditioning, right? Letting go of limiting beliefs so that you actually create this barrier of it doesn't matter what people think, what people say about you, right? All that matters is you are actually getting your own approval. You don't need no one else's approval about your dreams, your goals, and what you want to accomplish when it comes to your success, right? Because other people's opinions, they're just exterior things. That's all it is. Nobody's opinion ever paid your bills. So don't worry about that stuff. You need to just focus on you. Because if we listen to every negative comment, negative feedback, negative anything, right? Even thumbs down on our videos and things like, if we let all those little things bother us, it will hold us back. Then that means that we're going to always be inferior. We're always going to let things like stop us. But in this industry, you develop a hard skin. You do. You do develop a hard skin. And that comes with mindset and personal growth. You have to learn to immerse yourself and be surrounded by the right types of people that are sharing that kind of information. This is why, and I'm going to go to Heal. This is why Heal is essential to have. It is more than just about making money. Heal is all about total transformation, head to toe. Head to toe. You need to learn some mindset training that is provided back there because that's what you're investing in. Some programs that are high end do not cover every nook and cranny when it comes to mindset. They're theory. Whereas this is coming from an actual human case study. And the human case study has gone through the journey,
the battle,
the whole thing,
the battle,
and literally lets you in on his world and shows you transparency from start to finish.
Oh, the real deal.
And you're going through the same thing with him through that, and you're learning from his experience, and he's giving you so much of what you should do so you don't have to face those things anymore.
Yeah, never in history. I've been doing this since 2008. Never in history I've ever seen a program actually reveal such transparency with like a journey through someone that was going through a mindset shift, right? And really just lay it all out in 21 days, which is real. It's not just, like a screen with a, like PowerPoint slide or something. It's really a journey unfolding right before your eyes.
Yes.
And you get to see
actual footage.
The actual footage.
The actual footage.
And you get to see the reality when someone is transforming and someone is changing, and why you're probably going through the same thing, but you don't know how to actually transform because nobody ever taught you. Well, you've been taught to read a book, you've been taught to listen to audiobooks, but you've never been taught to really look at someone transform and understand why we do what we do. Right? Because there's reasons why we do what we do, but we're not so different. We're not so different.
Yes.
Yeah.
And somebody earlier posted a question and it kind of went real fast.
Yeah.
They said, what book do you recommend for mindset?
Honestly, what I just witnessed myself, I don't recommend a book right now.
At right now, that's what I was going to say. Right now, I don't recommend a book at the moment. I recommend Heal because it has the whole course. I would recommend the I Am 21 Day Challenge. That's what I recommend. Because we're going through it right now. And on top of that, we have our 13-year-old son that's going through it as well with us and doing the exercises that are provided. So we have our son and we're doing a whole family transformation. That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to find out about it, I'll put it here and stuff. It's just profound. Never seen anything like it in my life. I mean, it's just.
We'll put it in here in the chat for you. Yeah, and then we'll post it also on YouTube for in the chat.
Yep. Let me just put it right here. Pin the comment.
Yeah, that 21-day challenge is phenomenal. Our entire team is going through it. We're all doing it together. It's so cool how we're learning so much from each other and breaking down all of those blocks.
Yes.
Like literally, there's blocks that are just blocking you from success, from growth, from healing, blocking you from actually being healed.
That's why the company is called Heal, because we all need to heal from something, right? Whether it's physical, whether it's mental, right? Our business, we need to heal because we've been stuck for so long. And a lot of people in shiny object, right? You guys in shiny object? Oh yeah. A lot of people. I know you guys. I know who you are. You're stuck in shiny object syndrome. The reason why you're stuck because something's wrong up here, and we need to break free from that.
Yes. And
that's why I love the name Heal, because that's the reason that company was created, was to help people heal. So, all right, let me see here. I love what Angela said. She goes, emotional intelligence 2.0.
Ooh,
Exactly.
Yeah. William Vincent says the 5-second rule. Yeah, the 5-second rule is great. It's a great book, but it doesn't cover everything. You have to go through actual visualization exercises
Transformation.
and transform step by step versus reading a textbook. And I say this because I'm a bookworm myself. I read a lot of books. And you know what?
But you're getting so
You
much
have
more.
to, you'll get more when you watch
Yeah.
the video. You know, they say
Yeah, but you're getting more.
Yeah.
You're getting more out of this, and you are a bookworm. I'm an audio bookworm.
you're the audio one. I pick physical
right,
books.
but I noticed that you're getting so much more
Yeah,
out of this transformation 21 day than any book you've ever read.
true.
Now, why is that? It's because it's actual. It's
I
right
can see
before
it.
your eyes,
I can see it happening.
and there's a lesson in each one,
Everyone.
and there's an action plan you
Yes.
need to take through that challenge.
Yes.
So you're not just sitting there and just watching.
Not
or
only that,
reading.
but you're not alone because there's a strong community behind it. There's literally a strong community behind it, and very, very strong community where everybody has their own pains, problems, and challenges, and they're going through with the 21-day challenge, and they're sharing them right in the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jason Gazaway says, how do we work with you? What's the best way? Right now, just click on that link above there. It says freeprofitformula.com.
Yes.
And then once you go in there, you'll opt in, and then you'll see the sales page. And it's a Heal sales page. What you're going to do is you're going to lock in your spot. All right. And that's the VIP, lock in your VIP spot. When you do so, we'll add you to our group, and you'll be able to connect with us.
Absolutely. Somebody says, go all in. I'm all in. I am. Yes. All in.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes.
Let's see what other questions we have here. Chrissy.
So when I buy traffic, not with a credit card for Heal, should I have an email list first? Do they have links for cold traffic?
Now, right now, I will say that there's some major things happening right now with the company because they're right now in pre-launch, and there's a lot of building going on, right? So this is a time where you want to be a part of something. You don't want to wait till like down the road. You want to do like get in now, hop on the train now. Don't wait. Trust me when I say that.
Right.
But they're actually changing some things right now for the cold traffic. So that way it converts a lot better. Not that it doesn't convert right now, but Steven's always trying to improve things and make it better.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the percentages of opt-in rates, conversions,
Mhm.
they're working on that right now too. So what I would do is, okay, since there's a really phenomenal Facebook course, okay, focus on the Facebook course, because if I look at the pie chart, like I said before, if I look at the pie chart of Ace and Rich's business and I look at the revenue coming in, right? And I can tell you right now, first place, which means like the bigger part of the pie chart, is Facebook. That's where our revenue is coming in from.
Yes.
The second part is solo ads, right?
Yes.
And then the other ones are YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that.
Yes.
So we look at what's coming in as far as revenue. We know where the bulk of our income's coming in, and the bulk of the income's coming in through Facebook. Hands down, we already know that. Why is that? Because you can't get more of a better audience than Facebook right now, right?
Mhm.
YouTube is great and everything, but it takes a long time to really build it up and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But nobody's got time for that. So
No.
with Facebook, you could build an audience a little bit quicker, and you can build a target audience, very important. And when you follow the course inside Heal, when it comes to the Facebook Big Profile Profits, he's literally teaching from scratch on what he did from scratch to build his Facebook, okay?
Yes.
And how he crushed it with Facebook on making sales without running ads. So everybody's worried about running ads with Facebook ads this and Facebook ads that. You don't need it.
No.
You don't need it. You
No.
really don't. You just gotta.
We didn't do it.
No, you gotta
No.
build your skill sets
Yeah.
when it comes to working on Facebook. Okay.
Yes.
And the first step is you have to know exactly what your brand, your core value, your message.
Yes.
Your messaging is very important. So in that first video, you're going to learn exactly how to get that put together
Yes.
before you start moving on to the next modules. And let me tell you, I looked at the other modules that are coming, and it's sick. It's just amazing what's going to be revealed.
Yes.
And it's only going to help everyone who's already established on Facebook.
Yes. So they are working behind the scenes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would do that. Don't worry about cold traffic right now, Chrissy. I would just focus solely on working on your Facebook, setting up your brand and things like that. And then once everything is set to go with cold traffic, then you can just do some testing and stuff like that.
She says, since I haven't been on my profile forever, even before I can't get engagement for the life of me. I love the Big Profile Profits though.
Well, you just started, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
When you were running online marketing before,
Yeah.
you were doing mostly like solo ads and running an offer, but you never really learned Facebook, right?
Yeah.
So what you're tapping into now is like high level. Okay, you're embarking on high level stuff here now.
Yes, especially when you have a limited amount of followers too. That's another thing to take in consideration. If you start a brand new profile specifically just for social networking and growing a business, keep in mind your audience and the size of your following does matter. So if you don't have a lot of people, then how do you expect you have even engagement? You have to have some numbers in there so that way when every time you post, that algorithm is kicking in, your newsfeed is showing your stuff to those people who are following you, whether they're your friends or not.
Absolutely.
And it has to be set to public so that they actually can see when you're posting. Otherwise, your engagement goes down, man.
Exactly. Exactly. So guys, I just want to let you know that when it comes to literally understanding Facebook, it's a step-by-step process. Don't get discouraged, okay? Because in the beginning, when I started Facebook, I didn't really understand it. I had to learn it, right? You didn't understand Facebook. You have to learn it. And the thing about Ace of Riches, we keep our cup empty all the time. So we're always leaving room for new knowledge to always grow and get better, right? And the better that we get, the better we can serve you.
Yes.
So we want you to just follow that philosophy. Keep learning and keep growing.
Yes. David Toomey says, developing a rhino skin. Jeffrey Combs says, letting go in every one of his lives. He has been doing it for 32 years. And that's what I said. You got to let go. You
have to let go of a lot of things.
A lot of limiting beliefs.
Some things.
Stuff holding you back.
Personal friendships.
Everything.
Yeah. Not to completely let them go, but let them go as far as
your emotional attachment to what's happening.
Or what they think about you or all those different things. Because I let go of other people's thoughts a long time ago.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So. Yeah.
Yes. And if it's people in your life and you just can't help it, but you just kind of want to distance yourself with them, then don't go as often, don't stay as long.
Yeah, because if you can let people dictate your emotions and your feelings, how are you going to handle it when you're online and somebody tells you something rude?
See?
It's going to affect you. That's a psychological thing.
And I've seen people when they prospect on the internet because they buy all these courses to teach them how to prospect, and then they bite back because they're rude, they're being insensitive, they're arguing over the stupidest things. It's like, why do you even waste time? You're blowing hot air here. There's no need for that.
That's true.
Don't lose your cool because somebody doesn't want to see what you have to offer. Move on to the next person. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Bingo. So let's see. Chrissy says, cool. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Rhonda, welcome to the live.
So public is the way to go. Yes. Set your new profile settings to public. Listen, I learned this from a top earner. His name is Frank Calabro Jr. And we were in one of his courses. And he said, if you're trying to private your life, get used to it. Your life is public now when it's on social media. That's it. Ain't no hiding from it. That's it. It's public. Everything is public.
That's a good point. Don't
try to hide and private everything because ain't nothing private. Everything is public. That's what's happening right now. Everything is public. There ain't no hiding it. You're an online marketer now. You're done. You're in. You're now. You're public. That's it.
Oh, yeah. You are public.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Check YouTube, Rich.
YouTube. What's up, YouTube? What's going on? We got a couple people watching. What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's happening? Told you, man. Facebook's where it's at.
You can always come back. I know some of y'all are quiet. You can post some questions there later.
And you know what? I want to just tap on YouTube for a second. What's going on?
Yeah.
Some major changes happening in YouTube, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just tap into this for a little bit.
Okay.
And that's why
I know where you're going with it, but go ahead.
I'm really liking Facebook a lot. There's some things happening with YouTube that they're going to be really. Google likes to slap people, right? But there's going to be another big slap coming, and they're already working on it, and it's probably happening right now as we speak. And it's because the FTC has gotten on YouTube, and I think they sued YouTube for, I don't know if it was billions or millions, whatever it was. What's going on is they're it's something to do with children, right? Children are accessing content that is not children friendly.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And nobody ever imagined that a lot more children would be on YouTube. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So and really we realize that that's the parents' fault, right? Here's a tablet, go on YouTube, right?
Yep.
And that's a big mistake because you always have the related videos, and then you end up seeing videos that are not children friendly.
Yeah.
So the FTC saw this a really big problem. And what's happening now is now you as a content creator on YouTube can get fined over $40,000 for each video if it's not children suitable. Okay, so what you have to do when you upload your video now, you have to make sure you check off that this is not suitable for children.
Right.
Okay.
And you have to use their new uploader. They
Yeah.
actually created a new uploader where you do have that option. So now when you upload new videos, you have to select that
Right.
your video is not for children under ages.
Yeah.
It's not for them.
I think what's happening over time is like, just like back in the day with, okay, think about like radio, think about TV, right? Remember how radio and TV started a long time ago? We read it in our history books and stuff. Radio and TV started the same way. It was more the Wild Wild West, right? Nobody controlled it, right? It was open air. Everything was free. Everything was awesome, right? Now that the internet came along, it's the same thing. Everything was free. Everything was awesome, right? Now the government is getting involved. Now the government's controlling things, right? Governments get a little bit bigger, too big for their bridges. So now what's happening is they want to control and censor our First Amendment right of speaking and everything else like that. So as you can see with the FTC, now they're jumping on board and they're controlling what's going on. Okay, what's going on as far as like any broadcasting. They did the same thing with TV. They did the same thing with radio back in the day. Okay, now they're doing it with video marketing. Now they're doing it with video on YouTube. So if you guys got a video channel, make sure you look at your videos and make sure that you check everything off. And make sure it's not suitable for children, just to cover your butt.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's another thing I want to show you guys. This is all about value here, and this is going to be the biggest value of them all. YouTube can completely just like cut your channel off if they feel that it's not suitable or good enough for commercial advertising.
Ouch.
Okay, let me repeat that again. YouTube can literally cut your channel off like that if they think your channel is not suitable or good enough for commercial advertising.
It's coming
Remember
down.
that. So that's what's happening with YouTube and stuff like that. So that's why I say YouTube, it takes a while to get it going and everything. A lot of people are working towards it. But I'll tell you one thing, the people on YouTube that have been doing YouTube for quite some time, the creators
ones, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these guys, people are leaving.
Yeah.
People are leaving YouTube as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what I see. This is what I see. I'm a visionary guy, right? I have a lot of vision, and I'm pretty good when I can foresee something of the future. YouTube is changing, and this is what I see, and it's not good. YouTube is going to go more towards a television style. Okay, it's going to be more corporate. So that means that all the videos that are going to be out there in the future are going to be more paid type stuff, right? Like TV. So you look at YouTube, owned by Google, corporate giant. What's happening with corporate right now? You have news stations, right, that actually give you their own narrative of what they feel that you should be watching. Same thing with Google as far as corporate, an FTC or FCC. They're going to go and tell you what you should be watching, what you should actually see, which is quite BS, isn't it? But that's where YouTube is heading, in my opinion. So, all right, let me go back to the questions.
David Toomey says, I was part of that TV Wild Wild West.
Yeah, of course. It was
back in the day.
Yeah, you could probably, find a way to do some broadcasting.
Yes.
And you wouldn't have that problem. But if it's not suitable and then a corporate giant takes over, that's where they get money hungry and they just take away all that freedom.
So in other words, in a nutshell, basically, you definitely want to pay close attention to when you're uploading your video content on YouTube, on your YouTube channel, yes, and make sure that you indicate that your video content is not suitable for young viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Stephen Munson, what's up? He's like, hello. I'm starting to feel a bit more like myself today, Stephen.
I know.
Thank you for the prayers and the message.
Yes.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you. Nathan Valenzuela. Hello. Good to see you. He says, I can't hear. Oh, well, check your phone, man.
Check your settings.
We have the kids don't have any direction from their parents. William Vincent.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah. But, also there are a lot of people out there that create videos, especially in the gaming industry. And they have to be careful. They're the ones that got to be careful just as much as video marketers in the online marketing space.
But but honestly, all gamers aside, it's going to spread out to the whole community.
We're all at risk to lose our channels.
So,
we're all at risk to be fined $40-something thousand per video, which is absolutely insane.
Ludicrous.
But you got to do the do. Take that time out. Go check every video. Make sure it is not suitable for children so you don't get hit.
Yeah.
You don't get smacked.
It's a big deal, guys. It's a very big deal.
It's a big deal. Don't play with this.
So now, guys, we're talking about Stephen Munson a little bit earlier. He's right here on the live right now. I'm telling you right now, when we're talking about that I Am 21 Day Challenge, Oh my God. Like,
Yes.
I'm just like, I could resonate. I could totally resonate through all the days we've been going through right now. I could totally resonate on what he's talking about and what he feels.
Makes total sense.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Total sense.
If you guys are not
Yes.
going through that challenge, man, you are missing so much.
Yeah.
Let me see here. He goes, I can hear you now.
See,
he
I
must
told
have,
you.
he must have fixed the sound.
He must have.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Frank Andrews just joined us. Good to see you. Crystal
Hey,
Miller,
Frank.
hello. Welcome to the hot seat.
Always nice to see Crystal.
Yes.
So, guys, if you have not heard of Heal and you want to know what's going on, you want to know what the big deal is about Heal, right? Head on over to freeprofitformula.com. That way you can get started, lock in your VIP spot. So that way you can get the, like, oh my God, amazing training, amazing guidance. I should say, guidance because it has guidance, right? And it's a full transformational company.
It is.
Never in history have we ever had a full transformational company.
Yes.
Life, love, business,
Community.
personal development,
Yes.
community, all the different things that really
Mhm.
Someone needs to transform
Yes.
in all different areas of aspects of their lives.
Absolutely. Yes.
What else we got? Chase
Everybody
is like,
say-
hi, Steven.
Yeah. To Marco.
Marco.
Hello, good to see you. Q. So even if I'm just talking marketing, I could get fined?
Well, here's the thing. If you're talking about marketing, probably not, right? But we still want to cover our butts. We still want to make sure that, every single video is checked off, not suitable for children.
Right.
That's all.
It's just in your settings on your video.
Yeah,
when
that's
you
it.
upload
When you go to edit video, so if you have a video up there, just go to edit video, and it should be right there in your settings.
Yes.
Let's see here. But I will say YouTube, Google owns it because YouTube was
They
owned
do.
by two kids that created YouTube, right? And then Google bought out YouTube for I forgot how many billions of dollars, right? But those kids are set, right? But understand when YouTube first came out, it was wide open, right? You could, create content. It was free. It was open. It was awesome, right? There weren't really much rules and regulations.
Mhm.
So everybody had more visibility. Everything was great. So when Google came down and put the Google hammer down, like they did in the Google AdWords days back in 2008, 2007, when the Google slap came, they're doing the same thing with their YouTube platform now. They
Yes.
do own it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you have to follow their rules.
You do.
But here's what I see on a positive light. When it comes to cryptocurrency, it's not just about the actual coins. It's about the blockchain. And blockchain is a new form of technology. And what they're doing now is they're focusing on creating decentralized social media. And what that means is people should be able to speak, right, what they want to speak, talk about what they want to talk about, because it's about the freedom of speech, right? It's one of our amendment rights. So the decentralized internet is going to be decentralized social media that's going to actually pave the way for the future for that. So don't be worried about like all the corporate giants taking over, because
Mhm. Yes.
the people are always going to actually take over and form their own social media that's going to be 100% free and decentralized. That's the future.
Wow. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome. Okay. Nathan Valenzuela says, what is that challenge? What is that challenge?
It's a 21-day transformational challenge that, not just personal development, but I mean, if you need to transform and change your mindset and change the way that you think about things and change yourself in general to be better about not just business, but for yourself, for your
Yeah.
family.
All aspects
right?
of your life. It
All
doesn't have to
aspects
be
of your
about
life.
business.
Yeah. So this is why,
Personal growth.
this is the reason why we
Mhm.
when we saw Heal, we made the decision to join
Yes.
and go full force, because
Mhm.
this is what Ace and Rich has always been about from the very beginning, is helping
Oh,
people
yeah.
transform, giving back to people, right? So when we first saw that first video with Steven, immediately, like, because I saw it without you, because I signed up
I
without
know
telling
you did
you.
it again, didn't you?
Right, I signed up without telling you. But I was like, wait a minute. This is exactly what I believe in. This is my belief system. This is my core values. He's lined up with what we believe in. And I'm like, this is exactly what I've been looking for the last 2 years. And you know what? It came at the right time. I'm glad it happened now, because it was definitely meant to be. Let's see.
Nathan says, I need that. Well, everybody needs some healing. So go on and click that link right there, freeprofitformula.com. Go
Yep.
ahead and visit it right there in the description. It's there for you.
Yes, it's time to heal.
Watch the video and opt in. You'll
freeprofitformula.com.
see.
All right. Let me see here. I'll put it right up there too.
There it is. Boom. Right there. See it?
You can't miss it.
You can't miss it.
So, all right, who else we got?
Elizabeth Boston, welcome to the Hot Seat Coaching
Hi,
Live.
Elizabeth. How you doing?
Yes, hello.
Hassan Grigger, what's happening, brother? Haven't seen you in a
Oh,
while.
wow, long time
Right.
no see.
Yeah, the industry is transforming, brother. It's all about
It's
transformation.
all changing. All changing. All for the better.
Yes,
All
and,
for the
and
better.
I'm glad.
You know what's happening?
I just want to thank. First of all,
Yeah.
I want to thank Stephen, because for someone to come out and create something so magnificent to transform the industry as we know it, it was definitely needed.
And definitely
It was-
timing.
yeah,
I tell you, it couldn't come at a more perfect
Yeah.
time than now,
Yeah.
because a lot of us have gone through so much. And I mean, everybody's going through something, you know, whether it be in the home, out of the home, at the workplace, in the business, at the job. It doesn't matter. Somebody has definitely lost something or gone through some kind of a grief or some kind of illness. Everybody needs to go through heal. Everyone. They have to go through the journey. You have to go through the transformation, and you watch how much of a better person you will become, how transformed your mindset is going to be, and how much better you are going to be for not only yourself, but your family, your friends, as well as your loved one, and in your business and workplace.
and not only that, but
Yeah.
you ever feel like when you're part of a product or a program,
Mhm.
and we learned this through Misha, right? So
Yeah.
give credit's due.
Yes.
When you sell something on the internet, do you really truly 100%? I mean, really, truly 110%. Do you really believe in what you're selling? Now you got to ask yourself that, and you have to be really
You
honest
gotta
with
be,
yourself.
like, real
Okay?
on that one.
I know if you're part of another company, you're probably biased to that company, but
Right.
think of reality. Think of reality.
Mhm.
Now, like, let's talk about
Like, get the truth out.
now let's talk about like HempWorks, right? Do you really truly believe in the HempWorks, or you just truly believe in just making the money from HempWorks?
Good question.
You got to ask yourself that. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, there's other opportunities out there. A lot of MLMs, a lot of network marketing companies.
Lots.
Do you truly believe in that, or have you fallen for the juice? Right? Like the juice man.
Mhm.
You got juice, right? Is it just that, or do you truly believe in the vision?
Keep it
Do you
real.
truly believe in the
Yeah.
movement?
Mhm.
Is it that impactful for you, or is it just because it just excited you just for the moment?
Mhm.
Right? That's not what Heal's about. Heal is completely unique, completely different, and it's all about you. For the first time, it's all about you. It's not about the product specifically.
No.
It's about you. It's about your own transformation. Now, don't you feel really good about, sharing something like that versus like, hey, I'm going to just promote this HempWorks and I'm going to see if this CBD oil is going to help you out, right? And let's talk about cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency you can invest in, right? I have investment in cryptocurrency.
Yes.
But as far as like falling for the hype, okay, do you feel really good about that? Do you feel really good about saying, hey, join this cryptocurrency opportunity, you're going to make money and things like that?
Which you shouldn't have to
Okay.
do. Exactly. You shouldn't
But-
have to do that.
Or how about looking at it from a different perspective and say,
Mm-hmm.
I want to share something with you that's going to help you transform your life. I'm not talking about just money, right? Like Stephen says, it's not about transformation. I mean, it's not about transactions. It's about transformations.
Correct.
Okay? Let me repeat that again. It's not about transactions. It's about transformations. And that's the way Stephen says it. And it's so true, right? You can't have a transaction unless you transformation first. Unless you have a transformation first. Like if we didn't transform, we wouldn't have any transactions.
That's so true.
Right.
You can't get the
Yeah.
results that you want if you stay the way you are.
Do you understand why the core values are lined up with what we believe in?
Right.
Because that's the way we've always been when we actually teach somebody about online marketing, teach them to run a business online.
Mhm.
So you start to feel really good about what you're promoting. You start to, like, when you lay your head at night, in that pillow at night, and you feel really good before you go to bed, you go, man, I feel good. My people are being taken care of. They're being shared great content. They're transforming. They're starting to feel better about themselves. They're taking action and they're getting results, right? And they're getting results. Now that's beautiful
Mhm.
because when you 100%, this is important, guys. When you 100% believe in what you got and believe in what you're selling, you're not going to have a hard time getting uncomfortable and selling it. But you ever notice how uncomfortable it is to sell something that you're part of? Think about that, right? Think about that.
You cannot sell something you don't 100% believe in.
Yeah, because
No matter what it is. I don't
Yeah.
care what it is, because that's just how it is. That's the nature of the business. You
To
cannot
be-
sell something if you don't wholeheartedly believe in it. Doesn't matter if it's travel, doesn't matter if it's gold,
Yeah.
doesn't matter if it's leggings, it doesn't matter if it's CBD oil, whatever is out there that you're peddling. Do you really 100% believe in it?
Yeah.
Like right now, you don't need to be drunk to give the truth serum. You're on the hot seat. We're putting you in the hot seat. Really wholeheartedly answer yourself and be honest with yourself for the first time in your life. Look at your results and say to yourself, are you happy?
Yeah.
Answer that question in the chat. Are you happy? If you're not happy, you need to work on some things.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what opportunity comes down your road. Another shiny object might come in, you'll jump into that. Another opportunity comes in, your best friend tells you about it, you're going to jump into that.
And then you follow those transactions, thinking you're going to get these transactions, and you never went through your transformation in the first place.
You keep chasing the money, looking for money claims and looking for, oh, look, so-and-so made over 10 grand and they can do it, so can you. And you fall for that and you're back at square one.
Yeah, and that's not working in the marketplace as well as it used to before.
Tired.
Like it's transforming. People are waking up.
Yes.
The marketplace is always shifting, and they're becoming a lot more intelligent because they're starting to understand now what this is really about.
Mhm.
So now what people want is something more transparent, something that's more real, something that's more transformational. Okay. So when you can promote something that's transformational, then what that means is you're promoting something that you wholeheartedly believe in, because doesn't it make sense to promote something that can help someone transform someone else, someone's lives from different areas of aspects of their lives? They become better in every sense of the word.
Yeah. Gone are the days of the gurus and sleazy sales tactics and what they're trying to do to you. You've gone through it enough.
Yeah.
When you see what Heal has to offer, you'll never look at any other opportunity the same.
Not at all. And I can say that with 100% confidence.
I will tell you that.
We have team members on here as well, and they'll tell you, guys, how is that I Am course, that 21-day challenge? How is that Facebook Big Profile Profits? Oh my God. Leave it in the chat. Leave it in the chat so people can watch the
How
replay.
about just the
They can-
VIP alone?
Just the
How about
VIP
the
alone.
Chill Lounge?
Yeah, I haven't gotten to the VIP yet. Yeah. The VIP is just insane just for locking in your VIP
We got a
spot.
Chill Lounge. Yeah.
You know, they have like 100 videos coming and stuff. Like,
That's
it's
right.
ridiculous.
Yes, and the digital marketing training back there. Yeah,
That was one night
that's
I
just for
couldn't,
VIP.
I couldn't sleep when I was
Mhm.
watching that one Instagram training.
And more to come. You're in the very beginning of a company pre-launch that's literally rolling this stuff out, and where are you? You're not here yet. Man, you
Yeah.
gotta lock arms with us, or it's gonna be like too late.
Yes. Lock arms with us, guys. Get
Yes.
on that bullet train and head over to freeprofitformula.com. freeprofitformula.com. Head on over, guys. Lock in your spot. Lock in your VIP spot. Let us
Yeah.
know. Send us a personal message that you locked in your spot.
Yes.
Okay. And I'll get on Zoom with you, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you don't understand.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's take a look and see if there's any more last minute questions before we go off and get off the air here. Let's see.
Seriously says, question, I am not a painter anymore.
Ooh.
Someone's having a breakthrough.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
He's
absolutely.
got his I am statement right there.
That's right.
That's right.
You got it. He got his I am statement going on. And I'm telling
Deborah
you.
Schaefer says, I am now, thanks to y'all. And Steven.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that. It means a lot to us.
Yeah.
And, just remain humble, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And, think about other people. Think about helping people transform. Okay. When you help other people transform, your life will transform. If you just think about your own life being transformed, then it's going to be a long road for you.
There's a lot of things to learn about being a business owner. And a lot of people look at this industry like it's a joke. But then when you look at your commissions and you wonder why things are not changing, why the bills keep piling up, why your situation is still grim, it's because you haven't gotten right with your vision and your life's purpose. You have not gotten in alignment with your life purpose and your vision. And that's the reason why you keep being set backwards.
You have not begun your transformation yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Reading books can only get you so far.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first one to admit that. Right?
Exactly.
Or audiobooks. When I saw this 21-day transformation, I'm lost for words, because for once, there's an actual mindset, mindfulness course to actually have action steps for you to actually really get it.
Yes.
Okay.
And not only that, but you'll be proud to be an affiliate of this actual opportunity.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
And also, we're going to add you to our Facebook group as well. So send us a message when you lock arms with us, and let us know when you lock in your VIP spot, and we'll put up a Zoom, and we'll help answer any questions that you have.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
when you go all in with us, definitely we're going to give you some bonuses you're definitely going to love, because those bonuses will shortcut your learning curve on certain things that you need to do inside Heal.
Exactly. So, guys, my name is Rich Guzman.
And my name is Anastasia, aka Lady Boss Coach Ace.
I want to thank you, and we feel very humble that you're here with us today. And we'll see you on a new live very soon. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic weekend. Also, guys, if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you don't miss a beat when we create valuable live content like this just for you.
Stay
Okay?
tuned for this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the drawing and the announcement of the winner for the $500 cash giveaway.
Woo! That's going to be exciting.
All right, guys, take care now.
Guys, have a great evening. We love you and appreciate you.
Thank you
and
so much for being here.
We'll see you soon.
We'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
Bye.